Welcome everyone to another episode of HR Tech Lions. Today with me, I have Milan from Dream.jobs, and the topic is a little bit more specific than usual, which is artificial intelligence answer to crappy application processes. So I hope you enjoy it. And Milan, do you want to introduce yourself briefly?
Hi, nice to meet you. Hopefully you hear us great and you have got great morning, afternoon, evening, anytime you listen to us. I'm from the Dream Jobs, and I look after the artificial intelligence few years already. So the current hype, just nice, to explain the people how the AI is really helping the people in the life, and especially to the hiring managers, recruiters, and of course the applicants in the end. Yeah, or maybe as the first step. Yeah, applicants. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's amazing because I'm in the AI space we have a lot of companies as well as I work for a VC that works in the area, and a lot of them are telling me, look, we knew stuff like ChatGPT was possible. It's just that most people didn't know, and then suddenly everyone understands the power of it.
Yeah, from my point of view, it's just like big hype, because everyone is using Google. And everyone is using some translating services, and behind that, it's very strong AI. So the revealing of ChatGPT is just like extension for the regular user to chat with someone, based on some queries and maybe get some wider response than the sorting of data on the Google. But it's part of our life every day. Now, just like we are revealing, okay, it could be another part of my behavior. Not only searching for informations, but maybe creating a nice picture and looking for a job too. Yeah, in the recruitment, it's just like another small step. Using the same technology in different IT say use case. Yeah, in different situation. So
exactly.
It's part of our life, like every day. Yeah, and even the Ukrainian war is like the bombs are navigated by some artificial intelligence. Yeah.
True. We just don't have such a clear understanding. Well, at least now the general public understands what it is a bit better, and it makes it easier for company that works in that area. But so let's take a dive into the topic, right? Which is, I think, a topic that both HRs and candidates can feel very like it's like a hammer to the head, right? And it's the pain of deciding when you decide to change a job, you're already stressed, right? You're at the moment that you're like, oh my God, I gotta just find a new job. If you're a hiring manager HR, you go, oh God, I gotta find new candidates. So recruitment is probably one of the most stressful activity from both sides, right? And it doesn't have to be made awful by the fact that the process is just terrible, right?
Yes.
And so let's talk a little bit about that, right? So what's you come from recruitment as well, right? So you probably know it inside out. So what's your experience with the standard corporate HR recruitment process?
It's very manual. Yeah,
to say the least.
It's very manual, and every CV you receive, or not every CV, but a lot of companies, they just threw out the CV and searching for a new CV all the time around. So let's count the numbers. You are working for a bank. You receive yearly 50,000 or 80,000 applicants. After 5 years, how many is it? It's like
400,000, something like that. Yeah,
few hundred thousand. Yeah, and these banks are not only banks. Every large company are just like looking for new candidate, and new candidate. So what the AI should solve is that stop searching for new candidates. You can just like add some new people on the market, that means graduates, to the database, and the AI can easily, go through the database, find the best match, as if it's done by, ChatGPT or Google.
Yeah.
Find the best match towards your advertisement and send notification to the candidate who is already in your database. So that's the simplest way how the crappy application process, which is now that, people are just like spending a lot of money and the candidates are like, looking for a job and searching 5 job portals and maybe 20 career pages or maybe 50 career pages and going back and back and back every second day or every second week, to look if there is new advertisement. The AI can solve this simple situation that you've got like local database and the AI will send the email notification. Here you are. There is something, some job which is matching to your profile and some basic criteria like location or part-time, full-time, contractor, employee, or maybe some other criteria you can filter. Yeah. So
yeah, of course. I mean, and just to clarify, because now we're looking at the position from the HR's perspective, right? And actually, there's 2 things that you mentioned that really resonated. First is that they always look for new candidates, right? When there's like in many areas, the number of candidates is very limited, right? And so the ability to have them in a searchable and easy way obviously will make their life a lot simpler. It's actually,
Julia, I don't agree. The number of candidates are limited.
Okay, go on. I mean, we're both in Czech Republic. I think it's very limited.
No. It's just like the perception. It's limited. But
okay,
if you count the numbers, there are 10 million inhabitants. There would be something like 3 million of employees. If you go to the statistics, you find out that 10 to 15% of all these people change job every year. 30-40% of these people are willing to change a job every year. So on the market, there is around like 1.5 million people, employees plus contractors, who are willing to change a job. So the problem is not that they are not here, but the problem is the match in real-time situation. So I say, I want to change a job, and some AI will just like, find the relevant jobs for you. So currently it's done manually. You have to go, first website, second website, third website. You leave the website, and in 5 minutes, there is a new job which is matching to your requirements, but you didn't find it because it was 5 minutes ago. So that's the problem you are solving. It's not about like number of people. It's about problem of real-time matching, which the AI can solve, very fast.
It's a bit like an example that's coming to my mind is a bit like food waste. We produce too much food because we don't know much, and then we have to throw away that food. And then you have the candidates looking for a job, but it's probably matched to 2 companies they don't like. And so they end up staying where they are, right? Okay. But then I would argue that, okay, there's enough candidates, but at the same time, the problem is, again, not just the matching, but also obviously the attractiveness, right? Because I think an example I have, right, this is coming to my mind immediately, is that if you want to apply for jobs this day, it's generally quite unattractive, right? You see a job description that's drier than a piece of wood, right? That explains very little about the company. Luckily, some videos are starting to come out. Then you go to a career page, which asks you 17 questions about GDPR before you can even press application, right? I think LinkedIn is making it a bit easier. Recruiters make this a bit easier generally. But in both cases, I mean, surely there's a better way, right? I mean, at least you would hope.
But what's the attractiveness of the job? When you have a look at the researches, the research is saying the number 1 for the attractiveness is the job description. Yeah, 50% of the people are changing job when we speak about white collars. Yeah, 50% of the jobs are changing the job because they are just bored in the current job. Yeah, they just like need some change.
I've done the same.
Yeah.
So no.
Yes. Second criteria is the boss. Yeah. So the chief, is not something I like, to work together. And third is about like some personal like views, like location or salary. Yeah. But the salary is only 10%. Yeah.
I know that.
Importance. Yeah. So the attractiveness of the job is job description mainly. And the boss itself. So when you are changing a job, you are typically thinking, okay, what should I do? What I will do? Is my boss okay? And then what's the location and what's the salary? Yeah, key top 4 criteria.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, and what's the issue is that if current process of the searching for a job, you don't find all open positions which is suitable to you. You just look for the jobs which are less suitable for you. So if the AI is able to deliver to you more relevant jobs, you can better fit to the job, and you could be more happy in the job in the end. Yeah. So I think this is partial response. That the AI can solve it a little bit. Yeah. And what I see is that when we have a look at the job portals, for example, yeah, what is the typical call for action in the job portal?
Apply now.
No.
What is it? No, even that? No. Submit your CV.
No. First call for action is search.
Yes, of course.
Search for relevant job. So put some full text, search, and put some criteria like location. Yeah, that's the typical like two parts. Yeah,
and I'm going on this one thing that I think is funny, because when you look, for example, a sales job, there's just now 17 different job titles. So you might be looking for something specific, and then you can't even find properly what you're looking for, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that means that the matching, when you have a look at the average quality of matching, when you put like sales representative, business development, whatever, yeah, the average matching, it's between 30 to 50%. So when you have a look at the first 20 results, and the minimum 10 of them, it's bad. Yeah. So that means that user experience of searching for a job, it's quite
atrocious.
Bad.
It's terrible.
It's really terrible. And in the meantime, what is the business model of the job portals? The business model of the job portal is like you pay more, you get in the hot jobs, which means that you put the crappy jobs, in front of the eyes, to the first page, to the candidate. So you decrease the level of the user experience. Yeah? So even by your business model, you destroy the happiness of your customer, which is candidate. So, and that's something I think that a lot of job portals are doing quite wrong. They are just like let paid, double price, to decrease the happiness of the candidate who will never come back because he doesn't like,
all the jobs he's looking at. But okay, so look, Milan, from what you're saying, there's two things that come into my mind that I want to ask you this from what's your prediction on this? Is that the job boards is one of them, right? But the other person that makes this easier is recruitment agencies. So my opinion as an ex-recruiter is that the technology, and I see recruitment tech every day, I think a lot of the technology is going to make some of these jobs obsolete. And it's going to be maybe not that the recruitment agency will disappear, but they either will have to start using AI and reduce their numbers, or anyway, their margins will be lower because there'll be other solutions that are cheaper and potentially even more effective.
I think it's just like repeating in the spiral. Yeah. So when the huge history is that there was a fax, then we started to use an email. So which speed up, the recruitment process. and it had the same impact. So, it should be cheaper and easier. Yeah. Then, LinkedIn came. Yeah. So you've got like open database of profiles.
Yeah.
So also like, pressure for the pricing and speedness. Now AI is coming, and helping, the recruiters to find the CVs in their databases, maybe, be faster. So it's just like the pressure on the recruit managers is absolutely higher. Yeah, definitely. If you have a look at the history, the headhunting services decreased, recruitment services, grow up, and now will be, decreasing of the recruitment services, and maybe there will be more RPOs.
Yes. Well, actually, one of the things I was discussing with some ex-colleagues is that when I started recruitment, talent acquisition was rare. Big companies would have a couple of people, and that was it. But by the time I left recruitment, talent acquisition were everywhere, because paying a salary 40K is still better than paying 10 times 15K, right? So obviously it just makes more sense. But anyway, look, I don't want to get stuck too much in this. I think we covered quite a bit of ground as to the pains of both candidates and clients.
Yeah. Maybe I could focus also about the not only AI, but about the digitalization of the whole recruitment process. Because it goes along. That means that if you are a recruiter, you would like to have everything automated. Yeah, if it's possible. If you are a company recruiter.
Yeah.
So one of the things is that you are thinking, to have some recruitment software. It's called like application tracking software, which is quite funny, by the way. It should be like talent management software, not application.
True.
Yeah. So you would like to have like one center database of candidates, one center database of positions, and administer everything from one place. So that means if you would like to advertise on one job portal, second job portal, go to the agency, you would like to have one center place, and just distribute, the information where you want, and coming back the candidates back. So that's something which is definitely a worldwide solution, and you can see a lot of ATS softwares which are like publicly announcing we have got like 20 job servers, we have got 50 job servers. We are able to connect, through API, to agencies, to another ATSs, which is agency using, just like, automate the whole process.
Of course.
You publish the advertisement, which is shown on one job server, second, third one, and it's published, to the agency. And the agency is like clicking, and I'd like to show this candidate to this position, to this company. So that's the whole automatization. As currently, when we speak about the Czech Republic, there is a monopoly, of one company, which is of course, and of course they don't want it, of course, yeah. So, and this is difficult, for any other company, to digitalize the whole process, because they are actively blocking, this digitalization.
Interesting.
And that's the future. Yeah, that's definitely the future of the whole recruitment, and also I think is the future of the candidate. Yeah, it will be a reverse ATS. That I've got the system, where I can
touch and apply to different places, basically,
and apply different places, to different career pages, to different companies, to different job servers, and I've got in one place my central application, software, where I can see, what is the status of my application. That's definitely what will happen in a future, and the AI is just like, enhancing the whole digitalization. It's not answer to everything. It's just like, from my perspective, the AI is solving the matching. It's like Tinder,
Yeah, I was literally thinking about it earlier. It's like a little bit like Tinder, but automated.
Automated Tinder, just like show you, okay, you like this, you get that. Yeah,
That's
let's
the
have a
next
profile.
level. That's next level. ChatGPT will interview you and match you with suitable partners based on what you said.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
let's start with the basics. Really, the basics is like you've got central ATS, the distributed information, and the AI will just like notify you about the basics, basic criteria, so that the accountant doesn't get programmer job and the programmer of C++
True.
get programmers in the C++. Yeah, so the basic information that you are not spammed. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
and
Okay,
yeah.
so Milan, just because like I wanna take us to the second part of the podcast, which is a little bit more about what I call it the struggle of the founders, right? So in your experience, you know, obviously you're building a HR tech, recruitment tech more specifically, right? And so what would be the question I like to ask is what are the three biggest lessons, you know, that you learned through pain building dream jobs?
Yeah. The first lesson was that I'm too much complicated and too clever. Yeah.
Try to be too smart.
And
Okay.
The biggest learning for me was to be able to simplify things to absolute basics and really understand what is the core need of your client. Ideally in 2 words. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
or
yes.
maximum in 1 sentence. Because
Yes.
when I started to explain what I'm doing, 2 years ago, I explained 5 minutes. And nobody understood. Nobody understood that.
Are you secretly Italian?
Yeah. And now when somebody asks me, what are you doing? I am telling you, I've got job portal, which is AI powered and automatically advertised by your recruitment software. It's like I say that and everybody understands what I'm doing. Yeah. And when they ask me, what do you mean AI powered? Just like it's very simple. It's just like matching CV, to the job itself, and just like sorting, the positions that when you see the first 20 jobs, it's just like matching, to your CV, and you would probably apply for most of them.
But I actually, Milan, as you know, I work with a lot of founders, and so often I have to go through this and be like, look, I gotta be able to wake you up at 2 a.m. and you gotta ask you, what do you do? Why should I buy from you? And you gotta be able to answer in one sentence.
Yeah.
Until you can do that, we're not moving to targeting, to anything else. First, that's the unique value proposition in one sentence.
Yeah, and I was learning it more than 1 year. Yeah? And second thing was to listen to the customer. And even you think you've got great idea. So, and I know that I've got great idea, which is outsourcing of career pages. And we were selling mainly or 100% career pages, which is AI powered on the domain and so on. Like a lot of nice things in competition, better than competition, because if you put in the table, you can like checklist, okay, what you are doing and what the competition is doing. And I knew that we have got definitely better product. Yeah? And I was pushing it, like, pushing it and pushing it. And then I find it out, okay, it's great product, but the customer, it's difficult, the buying process is so difficult. And the graphic design for the customer is so difficult that the sales process, it's too long. Yeah, you sell like half a year, or 8 months, to one customer who is telling you every second week, yes, I want the product, but I need corporate identity, I need purchasing approval, I need to put you in the customer supplier list, I need approval from the financial director, and so on and so on. So I was learning that, to switch, to the right product, market product fit. It took me, a little bit longer, even you know that you have a good, great product. Yeah. And even that the investor who has put it, 1.6 million in us, believes you, but still, you have to make the decision. I have to make the decision, not the investor.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So-
that's why they pay you as well, right?
Yeah. So that was the second learning, to be
Okay.
able to make the product change.
The so-called pivot. I think a lot of founders struggle. They get too fixated with this is the product, this is the idea, and then because of that, they're struggling to adapt to what the market wants.
Yeah, listen to the customers. Yeah, okay, listen to the objections. Yeah,
Mhm.
why they don't buy it, why it took so long, and thinking, okay, how I can decrease the buying barriers.
Mhm,
What is
mhm,
the buying barrier? Yeah,
mhm,
and how to take it out.
mhm,
And that's really the challenge. Yeah, to
mhm,
understand that and be fast in it. Yeah. And the
mhm,
third thing is for me, third learning was and it's still yeah, it's learning the marketing. Yeah,
mhm,
because as a
mhm,
founder, especially in IT segment, you are typically person who is either as myself, product owner.
mhm,
Yeah, you
mhm,
understand the business of your
mhm,
product, or you are a geek. Yeah, you
mhm,
are
mhm, mhm,
CTO, top
mhm,
programmer, whatever. Yeah,
mhm,
but not many founders are typically marketers.
mhm. Well, yeah, sometimes they're salespeople, but I mean, I'm a salesperson, and even I'm learning about marketing, and these days it's important to understand
Yeah.
both, I think.
Yeah, I'm also a salesperson. I'm HR and salesperson.
Mhm,
I think I'm good at it. I built up recruitment agencies and both were successful. But it's different if you sell consulting services and you grow one by one.
of course.
But if you are a startup,
Mhm,
you should scale. That
mhm,
means
of course.
you should multiply the results. And to multiply the results doesn't mean that you can sell by one.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. You have to do some like exponential growth,
Mhm,
which can
mhm.
be done only by marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Of course, of course, of course.
you've got the money,
Mhm,
yeah, and you have to spread the word, with your message. How you solve the
mhm,
problem of the customer.
mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yes, and that's the difficulty that you have to learn real like effective marketing strategies and communication, to your customers, and understand what is your customer, what is the target audience. In marketing, they
Mhm.
say target audience.
Yeah.
Able to target, with the simple messaging, which is unique selling point, and to the concrete customer. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
So that's for me, it's very, very difficult to learn this marketing, complex marketing understanding, how to communicate that. Yeah.
Interesting. And actually, I think you're probably the first person that mentioned this quite openly, because I think a lot of founders focus on sales, which you can do if your product is very high paying, right? So it's a very high ticketing system that you can do. But obviously, I think at the beginning, marketing gets lost, and marketing takes longer than sales, right? So it just kind of makes sense to develop the marketing strategy very early, because it'll take longer to put it all together, I would say.
Yeah, I would say in current days, I call it internally. I think it's started to be common. It's lead generation.
Mm. Mhm, of
Yeah,
course.
which is combination of the marketing and sales.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that's what we are focusing on and trying to put these disciplines together.
Mhm,
And just like one guy just started with us, and I told him, okay, next day you join sales with the sales meetings, that you understand what you will be marketing.
Makes
Yes,
sense.
it's
Makes
very
sense.
important. We were very important that you understand, what's going on. Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, look, then at this point, we go to the final part, which is kind of talking more in details about dream jobs. And the way I like to do this, I like to start with something quite positive. So what's so far your proudest moment at dream jobs?
I'm proud on the name, which
Mhm.
is unbelievable story, because to acquire a domain dream.jobs,
Mhm.
it's worldwide, great
Mhm.
domain.
Of
I'm
course.
so happy that and a lot of companies are using this phrase, like Deloitte, Alza, they are like, do you want to join, us?
Mhm.
come to Dream Jobs, you know, with Deloitte. Yeah. So, and second thing is, I think I'm proud that we are really disrupting the job portal market. Because today I was, or last few days, I was doing analysis of the market, and except Indeed, everybody is from the job portals are paid by adverts, which is obsolete. It's absolutely obsolete. You know, if you would ask people to buy banners, it's like 20 years old. Yeah, no one is buying banners. You pay per click. Why should you pay, you know, for advert of the job? Doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I'm happy that I'm introducing you know, success based
you're
business model.
Contingency. You're doing contingency basically.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's success based, you know, business model. And at the same time, I'm doing digitalization. That means, you know, we for example, KPMG joined advertising on the job portal, and they are using ATS, and they are administering the job adverts in the ATS. And we told them, okay, allow us to take your adverts, and it took 5 minutes for them to do it. And it's done forever because they are already advertising from the ATS to their career site. So they are administering the jobs. And now they are just like multiplying the administration effort, just like allow advertisement, it's done. Yeah. So this is a very simple idea, like advertising administration is nothing. And paying for the advert is nothing. You just pay for the CVs, which is come back, you know, to your ATS. So that's, I'm proud that something, you know, if you look at the Indeed, which I see like worldwide competition, which is like very successful worldwide, you know, they are scraping most of the jobs, you know, and you know, it's, and you know, the experience of the candidates very often it's very terrible, because the scrape jobs, then you click through, you get to some another site, then you know, it's like, you know, it's strange, you know, for the candidate. But from our solution, it's very clean. You come, you click on the job based on your CV. It's sorted, you know, by relevance, by AI. So Indeed is not doing that. We are doing the sorting by relevance, and the form is pre-filled. And just like by one click, you directly go to the ATS. Yeah. So our application process from the candidate point of view, it's much easier and clean. And from the perspective of the recruiter, it's no effort. Yeah. And you pay only for success. So I think we created something which is unique on the market. If I compare to any job board, I didn't find, you know, the similar solution. So I am really proud of it. And but we need to get it to every single recruiter in the Czech Republic, UK, and you know, US, and you know, and be successful. And that's something I'm of course worried about. Yeah, if we will be able and strong enough, you know, to have enough finances, you know, to deliver this great product, you know, to become a really not startup but scale up.
Well, Milan, if I can tell you something from my experience, this doubt is part of the deal, right?
Sure.
If you didn't doubt yourself at this point, you'd be crazy. If you did, the fact that you have fear is because you're trying to make it happen, right? So I think I think the product and how it fits in the market, it solves a clear headache for both sides. So I can't see how this is not going to work.
Yeah. Maybe, absolutely agree. Yeah. And second thing I'm proud of is I've got great technical team. I was so lucky that I've got, you know, great CTO, and he's really like person who comes from the high availability solutions, like banking softwares, and passport development. So like high security, high availability solutions. So we are really having extremely strong technical solution. So I'm really proud on it. It's like going through the banking audits, and it's like simple, easy, go. So that's, I'm really proud that we are not like crappy software, but just like very bad foods, but we have got very strong roots. So that's I'm really happy about
Great.
this.
Okay. Good. Look, Milan, we are out of time, and I'm happy that we talked about both the issues that the market faces as well as how you can help fix them. And yeah, I just wish you the best of luck moving forward with Dream Jobs.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Of course.
It was very nice to talk to you, and it is great, your mission of helping technology and startups. It's something which appeals me very much.
Me too. Me too. Exactly. Thank you. And everyone who stuck with us so far, thank you very much. Feel free to visit Milan's website as well as his LinkedIn page, which will be all part of the post. Have a great day.
Have a nice day.